In the post-World War I era, as America was evolving and communities were growing, the need for a dedicated educational institution for Lutheran youth in the Fond du Lac area became increasingly clear. It was during this time that a vision took shape, led by Viola Zimmerman, an 8th grader at St. Peter's in Fond du Lac. The story goes that at her 8th grade graduation, she pleaded for St. Peter's to give her another year of Christian education. Hearing her plea, they did. In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy was founded. Funding a school in the current economic state would not be easy, and they would rely on donations from both parish and community members to do so. The 9th grade class would be headed by Pastor Musa and Mr. E. Jacobs, and be made up of 22 members, costing each student $27 per year. Once the end of the year loomed, the families and students of St. Peter's would face a new challenge, whether or not to extend the school another year. After a meeting was held, a decision was made that the new high school would continue with help from the Winnebago Lutheran Academy Association. The association was made up of individuals who would contribute $5 or more a year to keep the school up and running. The individuals who contributed would send delegates from each of their congregations to serve on the WLA board. To slowly grow the school without overwhelming everyone, each year they would add a new grade until they had all 4 years. By the 1926-27 school year, the academy had grown too big for it to fit into St. Peter's new building, so they would begin to occupy the old building. Throughout the upcoming years, new classes were added regularly, as were extracurricular activities. Basketball was a main component of the early years of WLA, as were various choirs and the Literary Society. The early years of WLA were marked by dedication and growth. Despite the challenges of the Great Depression, the Academy flourished, driven by a shared vision and a supportive community. Teachers and staff worked tirelessly to build a strong foundation for their students, focusing on both academic excellence and spiritual growth. As the world plunged into World War II, Winnebago Lutheran Academy remained a beacon of hope and resilience. The conflict brought its own set of challenges, but the Academy continued to thrive. Students and staff adapted to the changing times, finding ways to contribute to the war effort while maintaining the core values of education and faith. After the bombing of Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 74 men and women from WLA classes of 29 to 44 were drafted or enlisted into the service during World War II. One of the unique effects of the war was that it brought the first woman teacher to WLA. Elaine Schultz joined the Academy in 1943, teaching typing, shorthand, and bookkeeping. Up until this point, the faculty was only made up of male teachers. However, with many males being drafted or enlisted in the war, there was a need for female educators to fill the void. Elaine Schultz's presence at WLA marked a significant shift in the school's demographics and highlighted the impact of World War II on educational institutions. By the end of World War II in 1945, Winnebago Lutheran Academy had not only survived, but also became ready to embrace the post-war era with renewed vigor and commitment to its mission. By 1945, WLA would have 204 graduates and have established itself as a key institution in the community.